Welcome back students. In this video I am going to explain you the multiplication of matrix. In the earlier video I have covered the addition as well as subtraction of the matrix. Before going to work out the multiplication of matrix, we are supposed to look at the compatibility of the given matrix. What the compatibility of the matrix is? The compatibility is all about, like in the normal multiplication, if you see 1 times 3 gives us 3 times 1. Isn't it, dear students? I mean x times y is nothing but y times x. This is all about the commutative property of the multiplication. But whereas if you take into consideration the matrices like A times B is equals to B times A may not be possible all the time. For that reason, I was telling you all that we are supposed to check at the compatibility of the given matrix. Let A be is a matrix, it is only possible if the multiplication is only possible if the number of columns in matrix A should be equals to the number of rows in column, I mean the matrix B. This is nothing but the compatibility rule which we are supposed to work out before going to multiply any given matrices. I mean if a matrix A and matrix B are given, if you are supposed to multiply these two matrices, then the condition is that the number of columns in matrix A should be equals to the number of rows in the matrix B. Let us take an example and look into it whether the compatibility is working with this or not. Let a matrix A is of 1, 2 and 3 and it is multiplied with a matrix B of 4 and minus 3. Dear students, in the earlier video I was telling you all to work out the order of matrix. That is very important. If you look at this matrix, it is of 3 by 1 and it is of 1 by 2, isn't it? Now, the number of columns, I mean this is M is the rows and N followed by the columns. So, this is rows followed by columns. The column matrix is of 1 and the row matrix is of, I mean the row matrix is also of 1. Thence, the compatibility is possible to work out the multiplication here. Let me take one more example in order to work out this. Let us take one more example, dear students. The matrix A is of size 2 and 3. This is of 2 by 1 matrix and these need to be multiplied with a matrix of 1 and minus 1. And this matrix is of size 2 by 1. Now, if you look at the order of the matrix, the rows are 2 and the columns are 1 and the rows are 2 and the column is also 1. But whereas as per the compatibility, the number of columns in A, this is said to be A matrix and let this be a B matrix. The number of columns in A is 1 and whereas the number of columns, the rows in B is 2. Hence, it is not compatible. This is how we are supposed to look at the compatibility before going to work out any problem for the addition. Now, let us take an example and work out the problem for multiplication. So, let the matrix A is of size 1, 2, minus 1 and 0 and the matrix B is of 1, 2, 0, 1, minus 1 and 3. I am going to let you know why the order of the matrix is important. Now, let us look at the order of this matrix. The order of this matrix is of size 2 by 2, isn't it, dear students? And the order of this matrix is it has 2 rows and 3 columns. Now, as per the compatibility, I was telling that the number of columns in matrix A is 2 here should be equals to the number of rows in the matrix B. Hence, the compatibility for multiplication is okay for this problem. Now, let us proceed with the process of multiplication. Let AB is to be multiplied. So, what is the process of multiplication when two matrices are given? If you look here, the rows of the first matrix A need to be multiplied with the columns of the second matrix. That means first element in the matrix 1 need to be multiplied with the first element in the matrix 2, that is 1 into 1 plus, and the second element in the matrix 2 matrix 1 need to be multiplied with the column element of that respective element, that is 2 times 1. I hope you are getting the process of multiplication to be worked out with respective row multiplied with the column in all the arrangements. Let us take into consideration the second column and the first row of the matrix A. Now, this is all about 1 times 2 plus 2 times minus 1, 2 times minus 1. Later, this row need to be multiplied with the column 3 of the matrix B. So, this is all about 1 times 0 plus 2 times 3. By this, we can work out even the second row with all the columns. Let us take into the consideration. Now, the second row in the A matrix need to be multiplied with all the columns of the B matrix, that is minus 1 into 1 plus 0 into 1, isn't it, dear students? Later, minus 1 into 2 plus minus 1 into minus 1, sorry, this is 0, 0 into minus 1. Later, we need to work out this row and this column, that is all about minus 1 into 0 plus 0 into 3. This is how you are supposed to work out the multiplication. So, the matrix is of size, now it is of size 2 by 3. If you look after multiplication, the order of matrix have become to 2 by 3. I mean, the remaining elements like 2 as well as 3 of this row and this column will give us the final result, the final resultant matrix. That is the reason I am focusing on how to work out the order of matrix, and that is very important. So, the final resultant will be the remaining left out 1 and the fourth, I mean let us 1, 2, 3, 4 and second and third number to be of equal, then only we can multiply, and the final result when you have to check it, cross check, that should be the first and the fourth number. Now, upon addition, that gives us 1 plus 2 and 2 minus 1, isn't it? 2 minus 1, I mean 2 minus this is 2, and 1 plus 5, 1 plus 6, sorry, this is 0, 1 times 0, and this is minus 1 plus 0 and minus 2 plus 0 or minus 0, whatever it is, and 0, the last one is 0, isn't it? Now, the final matrix is of size 3, 0, 6, minus 1, minus 2 and 0. This is the final matrix, the product, I mean the multiplication, which is of size 2 by 3. I hope you are clear with the concept of multiplication of the matrix, checking the compatibility first, that is number of rows, number of columns to be equal to number of rows, and cross check the multiplication, I mean the first and the third, fourth element to be the final product of the matrix. This is how you are supposed to work out the multiplication of matrix. Hope you are liking my videos, and for more videos please do subscribe to my channel.